What do you think is the single most watched television show in the world? It's not Mork and Mindy or Laverne and Shirley. It's Kermit and Miss Piggy. It's The Muppet Show. It's seen on 156 stations in this country and on stations in 108 other countries. The characters are more enduring than most television stars. Miss Piggy grows ever more popular, while Farrah Fawcett Majors lingers in the limbo of a fallen Charlie's Angel. When we first broadcast this story, a lot of the mail we received thanked us. People said it allowed them to come out of the closet and admit their addiction to the show. So by way of therapy, herewith, once again, backstage at the Muppets.
Jamboree, jamboree, bells on snakes. See, I'm a jamboree. Yeah!
People walk in here and they look at us and we show them around the shop and they see all these puppets and you go and put one on and do a different weird voice.
I'd like you to meet my wife.
And they look at you like, that's magical, but that guy's nuts.
No, but do you think that perhaps it's everyone's? One reason why the show is so
I think everybody...
everyone's private passion is to act crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, sound, here we go. And cue music.
It takes 200 millions and millions of homes on both sides of the Iron Curtain. The Muppets were born in the head of this man, Jim Henson. He's been Muppeting for 25 years. Commercials, the big variety shows of the 50s and 60s, then Sesame Street, and now The Muppet Show. He's gathered around him over the years a team of writers and puppeteers who are both extremely talented and extremely loyal. Jerry Jewell, the chief writer. Frank Oz, who many consider to be the best puppeteer in the world. He's Miss Piggy, an outrageous pig, a self-styled sex symbol, once described as a thinking man's Farrah Fawcett Majors. He's also Fozzie, a bear trying desperately to make it as a stand-up comic. Jerry Nelson, he plays Floyd, a guitarist, a hangover from the Beat generation who may have all the appeal of a hangover. Richard Hunt, he plays Scooter, a royal pain who tries to please everyone. David Goles, he plays Beauregard, and the great Gonzo, a thing blessed with absolutely no talent. There's barely a big star who has not appeared with the Muppets. Danny Kaye, Ethel Merman, Nureyev, Bob Hope. The list goes on.
Where tonight we are honored to present the one and only Miss Raquel Welch.
Pity we can't book an important guest star once in a while.
What are you saying, Piggy? Tonight we have an internationally acclaimed actress, singer, dancer, and one of the sexiest ladies alive.
You got that every night, Frog.
Take it slow, easy go. Any friend would recommend the Starlight Show.
You got a great nose.
On a night like this, I insist you try.
Oh, Raquel, you are terrific. You're terrific, you know.
Oh, is that me? Hey, you know, you're the one who's terrific.
Yeah, well, that's true, too. I just don't believe this, though, you know.
No, really. I think you're charming, you're very witty, and you're sexy.
And what?
Sure. Sexy.
The bear is sexy? Raquel Welch thinks the bear's sexy.
No, take it easy.
Go ahead, sing. I love it.
Take your time.
Yeah.
You will find small little things that will sympathetic to do it right. Confide in me
Oh, boy, I feel terrific. You've given me all my confidence back. You've made a complete bear out of me. Oh, yes, yes.
Fozzie.
Yes, sweetheart.
Do you think that,
Yes, what is it?
that there'd be the slightest possibility that...
What is it?
That you'd like to come to my dressing room and, have a cup of tea?
Could I bring a friend? It's just my mother.
The Muppets are about the only successful vaudeville left, on or off television. And this workroom is less a workshop where they manufacture puppets than it is a producer's casting call where new characters are tested. It's uncanny. From the moment you set foot on the Muppet set, you find yourself talking to the most monstrous of creatures, to pushy, predatory pigs, no-talent bears, and other bits and pieces of foam rubber. Not just talking to them, but listening to them.
Hello, Morley.
I'm a hairdresser.
Knock it off!
Sorry. Excuse me.
Hello, Morley. May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Please? Is your wife here?
No, she's not.
Great. I thought he was a good interviewer.
Yeah, no. He's just.
Gonna fool me!
Overwhelmed by your beauty.
All right, that's a wrap.
The puppeteers all share one characteristic. All are extremely shy men, almost tongue-tied without the Muppets close at hand. They find it easier to speak through the pig or Gonzo or the others than through the faces God gave them.
An unhealthy aspect of being an actor, of course, is to use that character or that puppet as a shield against the world. A healthy aspect is to be a completely rounded individual and do this as a craft and an art because you enjoy it. You know,
which is it?
I think we're both.
Yeah, also, we do what everybody else,
times and various people
what everybody else in the world wants to do, and that's act crazy. Except we get paid to do it. That's the big difference.
How did the characters develop? Did New Zealand just spring full-born in someone's head one day?
Well, they needed a boomerang fish act, and I was the only one that had one.
He was there.
Yeah. You see, I show them a way, and they come back to me. I used to work with a porpoise, but I lobster. That's a joke.
That some of those lines and some of those awful puns uttered by
human beings wouldn't work.
Human beings wouldn't work.
Yeah. It's because the characters are such a, you know, Lou's, look at Lou's hair. Now, I have seen somebody in New York with hair like that, but...
Good, isn't it? I do it myself. It takes hours.
Tell me, do certain characters work better together than other characters? I mean, it would strike me that Beauregard and Fozzie...
Yes.
would not work well together because they're both a bit slow-witted.
What?
I'm trying to say that we don't solve problems.
I like your hand. It's nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. He says we're slow.
Oh, slow. Yes, deliberate.
As long as you don't say I'm not funny, I don't care.
Oh, you're very funny.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I am very strengthy.
But as a stand-up comic...
Yes, stand-up bear.
Bear.
The difference.
Is, yes, is Fozzie fashioned...
I'm getting laughs already. The man's a pushover.
One reason for the show's popularity is that its humor is truly universal. An amateur half-hour performed by professionals. There is violence, but it's cartoon violence in which everyone knows no one gets hurt. The Swedish chef, for example, who speaks no known language, has a particular way of preparing a rather unsporting chicken in a basket.
Very late otherwise, don't you think? I think it's bloom, big laugh, 2 points, and then go get it.
Henson is the absolute master of the Muppets. He has total control over their movements and their exploitation. The Muppet name and the Muppet characters have been licensed to outside manufacturers, but Henson controls the quality. One reason the show has not been copied the way everything successful in television is copied is that it's so expensive to produce. The Muppet Show has set such a high standard for this kind of work that a cheap version of it would just be unacceptable. It's not unlike the heyday of Disney. But psychologically, at the head of the whole thing, in one's imagination, is Kermit the Frog, the ever-patient MC, the mildly extrovert side of the reticent Jim Henson.
Kermit is more outgoing than I am, certainly. I am more laid back. I can say things that he can't, so to speak.
So you find it easier to let yourself go, to say
It's very
something
complicated.
outrageous then.
Yes,
or
that's true.
do something
Yes,
outrageous.
that's true. I don't do outrageous things. I do as outrageous things. That's true. This is all very complicated. I don't understand this at all.
Yet he's the least outrageous of the characters. He's a kind of combination of Merv Griffin and Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
Is that Henson keeping this gang of nuts more or less in line?
There's a certain similarity there, certainly. I think Kermit finds himself trying to hold together all of these crazy people, and there's something not unlike what I do.
Tell me, the Muppet Show, Sesame Street, the movie, the licensing of the toys and the bits and pieces of Muppetry that you see at the shops, the whole Muppet empire, what's it worth?
I have no idea. I really don't. What's a frog worth? About, let's see, maybe $1.75 worth of fleece. And ping pong balls are running, what are ping pong balls costing these days? Very difficult question. Truly, and I truly have no idea.
Scores of millions?
Oh, no, no.
Millions?
Probably, but I wouldn't swear to that. No.
Many, many ping pong balls.
Many ping pong balls, yes.
A lot of people have a lot of questions about the show and about characters, and they're most curious about the relationship between Miss Piggy and Kermit.
I would just not answer any questions about our relationship, actually. There's no relationship except what you see on television. I never see her. There's strange rumors floating around. Those are not true. And I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't ask any more questions about it, please.
Fair enough.
The lady in question doesn't want to talk about it either. Like most successful television shows, there is some sex on the Muppets, but the pig is so flamboyant, she's harmless. It's Mae West and Charlie McCarthy with roles reversed.
Are you getting a good shot, boys?
I mean, the man's not the dummy. At least I think I'm not.
I'm sorry.
What is wrong with the man? I thought 60 Minutes was a high-class show.
Well, I think
the man breaks up when he's talking to a star.
He's overwhelmed because of how pretty you are. He just fell apart. Hey, Scooter, why don't you and me, we go throw some stage weights around, huh?
Ow! You see, The Muppet Show is certainly a wonderful show. But if it weren't for my singing talent, and my acting abilities, well, need I say more? And Morley,
Yes?
could I see you later?
Of course.
Thank you.
Happily.
Don't tell Kermit. From the dripping skills. Then I'll work in the skills, go out and do my shopping and be back before that's in my hand. 'Cause I'm a woman. W-O-M-A-N. Like to say it again.
I got a $20 gold piece, says there ain't nothing I can't do. I can make a dress out of a food sack.
You can what?
I said I can make a dress out of a food sack.
Well, what do you do with a food sack dress?
Honey, I can make anything look good. 'Cause I'm a woman.
W-O-M-A-N. Like to say it again. 'Cause I'm a woman. W-O-P-I-G. And that's all. All right, get her out of here.